The topic which we are starting today is called as voice. Yes, the topic name which we are starting today, which is very important topic, is known as voice, and we have actually three voices in Sanskrit: active, passive, and neo-passive. And this you will not get it other languages. So you will not listen to this name anywhere. For other languages, in English, what we have learned, active and passive, because there is no neo-passive in English, which is very important in Sanskrit. So what does that mean? What is exactly meaning? How to form? Everything I'll teach you. मी आता ह्याला रचना असं म्हणते, किंवा त्याला आपण दुसरा शब्द वापरतो प्रयोग. मी मराठीत सांगते मध्ये मध्ये, आणि त्याच्यासाठी तीन शब्द आहेत: कर्तरी, कर्मणी. मराठीत लिहिते मी आता हे, म्हणून मी दीर्घ लिहिले. संस्कृत लिहायचं असेल तर ह्रस्व येईल. आणि भावे म्हणजे कर्तरी रचना, कर्मणी रचना किंवा भावे रचना, किंवा कर्तरी प्रयोग, कर्मणी प्रयोग आणि भावे प्रयोग. Actually, when I said voice, I had told you earlier also that this is the way of expression. It's nothing but way of expression. I want to say something. I can say it simply, I eat fruits. And I can say the fruits were eaten by me. So these are two different expressions. Content-wise, meaning is same. I eat fruits and fruits are being eaten by me, or fruits are being eaten by her, whatever. What changes is the stress. The stress in English comes on the action, actor or the object. Accordingly, in English we change the place of the words. In English, passive sentence will never have subject at the beginning. Can you give me one example in English of passive sentence? Any one passive sentence of English. Any one.
This wall was broken by me.
This wall, this pot was broken by me. Okay, so this pot was broken by me, for example. Very perfect passive. So what happened? This pot was broken by me. Where is the subject of the sentence?
Yes.
Actually, by me is the subject.
Yes.
Which has come at the end. By me. Yes. So in English, what we are doing? We are changing the place to understand it's active and passive. And not only place, but what we change, if you want to clearly know, I broke the pot. The pot was broken by me. The pot is important in the second sentence. The stress is given by me or by him or by her does not matter there. The pot is broken is more important. And when I say I broke the pot, then I is more important. So the stress is decided in English by changing the place of the words. Are you getting? English you have already learned, so you know that we change the place of the words. Along with that, there are some rules. I will change to me, and you have to add by, etc., etc. That will not go into the details. But what is the important thing? That the stress, which word is stressed in the sentence or which word is important in the sentence, in English you put that word at the beginning. That word comes at the beginning, so you change the whole, what you can say, the sentence sequence. In English, the sequence is important. In Sanskrit, there is no sequence importance. As we all know, hardly matters. So what is important in Sanskrit? We change the cases. With just changing the cases, our stress changes. Okay? Whatever I have said just now, let me once again say it in Marathi. कर्तरी कर्मणी भावे रचना ह्या ज्या आहेत त्या इंग्लिशमध्ये आपण ऐकल्यात कर्तरी आणि कर्मणी. प्रयोग बदला किंवा रचना बदला असा इंग्लिशमध्ये प्रश्न असतो, पण इंग्लिशमध्ये त्याचा वापर खूप कमी असतो. म्हणून आपल्याला फक्त एक्झाममध्ये चेंज द व्हॉइस असा प्रश्न आलेला असतो. तुम्ही जेव्हा जेव्हा इंग्लिशचा पेपर लिहिला असेल तुमच्या 8वी 9वी 10वी पर्यंत नक्की लिहिलाय. रादर 11वी 12वी सुद्धा कंपल्सरी इंग्लिश सगळ्यांना, तुम्ही आर्ट्स सायन्स कॉमर्स कुठे असतात तरी असतं, तिथपर्यंत आपण चेंज द व्हॉइस केलेलं असतं. पण त्याच्यानंतर आयुष्यात आपण चेंज द व्हॉइस कधी वापरलेलं नसतो. एक्सेप्ट इंग्लिश ग्रामर पेपर we never come across change the voice. No one says in real life that today I am going to speak in passive voice. No one says. And as I said, English is hardly used. Passive is hardly used in English. त्यामुळे ही जी कर्मणी रचना आहे ना, ही फारशी इंग्लिशमध्ये वापरली जात नाही आणि जी संस्कृतमध्ये अतिशय विस्तृत प्रमाणात वापरली जाते. त्यामुळे आपल्याला हे शिकणं खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे आणि संस्कृतमध्ये तर ती अतिशय महत्त्वाची आहे कारण ती जास्त वापरली जाते. कर्तरीच्या जवळजवळ इक्वली किंवा त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त कर्मणी रचना वापरली जाते. आता कर्तरी आणि कर्मणीतला फरक काय आहे तर इंग्लिशमध्ये आपण काय करतो, आता हे उदाहरण दिलं जसं अ पॉट वॉज ब्रोकन बाय मी असं उदाहरण दिलं इंग्लिशमधलं. तर बाय मी हे आपण शेवटी टाकलं म्हणजे तो कर्ता आहे. कर्ता कोण आहे, कोणी ते पॉट फोडलंय, कोणी तो घडा फोडलाय, मी. तो मी झाला अनइम्पॉर्टंट म्हणून तो बाय मी म्हणून शेवटी आला. आणि आय ब्रोक द पॉट मध्ये तो आय इम्पॉर्टंट झाला. म्हणजे कर्तरी रचनेत कर्ता महत्वाचा आहे आणि कर्मणी रचनेत कर्म महत्वाचं आहे. आणि इंग्लिशमध्ये ते आपण वाक्यांमधल्या स्थानावरून ते ठरवतो. इन इंग्लिश वी डिसाइड द prominency of the subject and the object depending on the place where it is put in the sentence. That doesn't happen in Sanskrit. So what happens in Sanskrit? In Sanskrit, we have to change the cases. Now, which cases? Where does it change? When does it change? Why certain sentence is active voice and why the other sentence is passive voice? Why? Why do we call it as active voice? Who decides that this sentence is active voice and this sentence is passive voice? Why active? Why do we say that active to that particular sentence? All these questions are very important. So let us take the examples. Now everyone has to write one sentence of present tense. I am repeating, everyone has to write one sentence of present tense in your notebook. Any one sentence of present tense. I will prefer the sentence should have subject, object and verb. A sentence should have a subject, object and verb and it should be in present tense. This is simple what we have learned in the first semester. We started with present tense. So we have written many sentences in our first semester. So from there also, if you can don't remember on your own, you can check your old notebook and take one sentence from there. You can remember the worksheets which you have been given. You can search from there. I want everyone to write one sentence where there is subject, object and verb. And everyone will come and write that sentence here. You will come and write that sentence here. I'll just write the numbers. So you start thinking. Everyone has to come and write one sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I want 10 sentences on the board. A simple sentence in present tense where there is subject, object and verb, which we had learned in first semester. Very simple sentences. I had given you homework in the first semester to write 10 sentences of present tense. First homework. That type of sentence. Very simple sentence. Whoever has finished can come and write. Whoever has finished can come and write it on the board. Everyone has to come and write. I'm not going to start active and passive till then, till I get the sentence which we have learned 8 months back. There are many chalks, so 2-3 students can come and write, start writing. Not necessary, you can write in front of number 9. Anywhere you can write. Write quickly because others will write your sentence and then you go, oh ma'am, this was my sentence. They have already written. Just one simple sentence you have to write. You have written khadati, make it khadati. Yes. And balaha, you have written balaha, make it balaha khadati. Yes. And B should not be capital. We don't write capital. B, first B. Small b. We don't write capital. Small b. We don't write capital. Chhatraha or chhatraha. A1. And pathati, there should be th. Yes. Chhatraha pustakam pathati, balaha phalam khadati. 2 sentences. I want 10. Very good. 2 of them have come ahead and written 2 sentences. Very good. Others, please, quickly. Everyone has to write just 1 sentence. It can be first person, second person, third person, singular, dual, plural, anything you can write. Any 1 sentence in present tense. Come and write on the board. Quickly, think and write. Anywhere you can write. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, anywhere. What I want, I have told you. Subject, object and verb. This is subject, this is object, this is verb. Only that much I want. Sarpaha vanam jivati. What does that mean? What do you want to say?
It's like in the forest.
In the forest? Does it mean in the forest? Then what is happening? You don't have object.
Object.
One A is not object?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you take jivati, there will not be object. Because it's intransitive verb. We want all transitive verbs where there will be object.
Yeah.
So think about Sarpaha can do something else. What Sarpaha can do, you think and write. Your sentence was right, but Vanam is not possible. Vanam Jivati is not possible. In the forest will be located. Simple thing which I want is subject, object and verb. Please remember this. There should be object. Right. Anywhere you can write. Number 10, number 2, anywhere you can write. Aham viharam gacchami. Just make it viha. Viha. Viharam. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Ashwahadana Vibhati. What happened? Not going? Aham buddham namami. Perfect. Only thing is that, we have to apply the Sandhi rules which we have learned. So, namami, na is a consonant, so ma will change to anuswara. And buddham is also consonant, so This will also change to Anuswar. Erase both. No, not only this much. You have to erase this. You have to erase this and write. Yes. Yes. Kami, very good. Who is left? Yes. 1, 2. You did not write or you wrote? You wrote. Who is left? She is still searching. 1, 2, 3, still left. Sa, Dekha, Namati, perfect. Only thing, we have to follow the Aveshji, we have to follow the Sandhi rule, and the Sandhi rule is that if there is no consonant, Visarga, sorry, Anuswara. Okay, Sarpaha Jalam Pibati. We already have people, Ashvaha Jalam Pibati. Ashva and Sarpaha. 2 thirsty people in the class. It's hot, so everyone remembers water. Will I wait?
Yeah.
Wait. What does that mean?
It's the monkey run to forest.
To forest, Vanam Dhavati. You want to say towards forest. In that meaning you are written Vanam Dhavati.
Yeah.
Okay. Who has got this fell down? Oh. कुणाला तरी मिळेल आणि कुणाला तरी लॉटरी लागेल. मयुराहा. Okay. Wait. Come back. You are in the sentence. काय म्हणायचंय? मोर मनात नाचतात, बरोबर? असं म्हणायचं ना, मोर मनात नाचतो. एक मिनिट 2-3 चुका. आता एक तर नृत्य यती का केलेत माहिती नाही. नृत्यती असेल तर मयुराहा बरोबर नृत्यती. पण मग वनम नाही होणार, कारण तुम्हाला वनात म्हणायचंय ना, वने. मग वने एकदा म्हणलं की इथे ऑब्जेक्ट नाही करत. मला सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट हवं होतं. ओके. सेम थिंग व्हॉट यू डिड, ही हॅज ऑल्सो डन. अँड ही हॅज ऑल्सो टेकन वनम, बट ही वॉन्ट्स टू से वनम प्रति, 2 words. Vanam prati dhavati. That's what he wants to say. So I will just add vanam prati. Let it go. We'll keep this sentence little aside. Why did I keep this sentence little aside? That I will tell you later. Because it is not following what I wanted. Subject, object, verb. There is no object here. So I have encircled that sentence and kept it aside. Now all other sentences, if you see, all other sentences are having the pattern subject, object, verb. Am I right? Is there subject in each sentence? Yes. So what is the subject of the first? Chhatraha. Chhatraha is third person singular. Aham. Third person singular. Third person singular again. Third person singular again. First person singular. First person singular. Third person singular. So it is either third person singular or first person singular. No one has written dual, no one has written plural, no one has written second person. So all the sentences which are written on the board are either first person or third person and in singular. Okay, this much is clear to everyone? Yes. Okay, the variety is less. Let it be, because we want to start with only first person and third person. Then we'll go to second person and dual and plural. So no problem. No problem with what you have written. I'm happy what with you have written. Now, can you tell me the verb of each sentence? The first sentence? Bhai Pathati is in third person singular. Why it is third person singular?
Because
Subject is Chhatraha, which is third person singular. Chhatraha can't be used in first and second person. That's the reason. Second one, Likhami. Because of aham, it is first person singular. Here, Namati, third person singular because of sa, which is third person singular. Dhavati, third person singular. Nrityati, Pibati, third person singular. Gachami, why first person singular? Because the subject is aham, which is first person. Namami, same reason as Gachami and Namami. Khadati, third person, and Pibati also third person. Okay. Now object. What is left? Object. So, which case is used? Accusative, obviously, because when we say object, it has to be accusative. So everywhere, Pustakam. Tell me the words which are in accusative. First sentence, Pustakam. Second sentence, Patram. There is no object in this sentence. That's why it is kept aside. Jalam. Jalam. Okay. Now I am making some changes because of the Sandhi rules. We have learned the Sandhi rules. So I am making some changes in some sentences. Okay. Few small changes I made because of the Sandhi rules. So everyone has learned all these 10 sentences. No one has doubt about these 10 sentences. Am I right?
Yes.
You will not have any doubt. Oh ma'am, these 10 sentences are very easy. We have learned them in first semester, first month. Very simple. Now, this present tense subject, object, verb is in active voice. All these sentences which are written on the board are in active voice. Why they are in active voice? Because I say they are in active voice. Because it comes from teacher's mouth, they are in active voice. If teacher will say they are passive voice, they will be passive voice. Is it so? No. There is some reason for that. Now let us try to find out the reason for that. Why they are active voice sentences? We want to know. Just because I am saying they are active voice, you should not accept that they are active voice. You should question, man, but why this sentence is in active voice? Why not passive? So there should be some reason for that. And there are reasons for that. So let us try to find out the reason for that. Don't write anything till I tell you to write. Do you want to write these sentences, all the sentences in your notebook? No, not required right now. So just listen. I am taking only one sentence which is at the end because there is space to write. So I will take this last sentence here. Ashvaha Jalam Pibati. All of you said that this is third person singular. That's why this is also third person singular. This is subject which is used in nominative case. This is object which is used in accusative case. And the verb is according to the subject. This much we have learned. Okay. Now, I feel that everyone has written singular, 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 singular. Let me make it plural sentence. Let me change Ashvaha to Ashvaha. I thought that everyone has written singular, singular, singular. Let me change one sentence at this. So I changed Ashvaha to Ashvaha. The moment I change Ashvaha to Ashvaha, I have to change one word without fail. Which is that word? Verb. I can keep Jalam as it is. Many horses can also, we can say that Jalam Pibanti. But I can't say Ashvaha Jalam Pibati. The moment I change Ashvaha to Ashvaha, I have to change Pibati to Pibanti. So, that means that there is a relation between a subject and a verb. There is some relation. Yes? in the subject and a verb. If I say Ashvaha Jalam Pibati or if I say Ashvaha Jalani Pibati, doesn't matter. If I Jalam, Jale, Jalani, even if I change this, doesn't matter. The sentence is not changing. But the moment I change the subject from singular to plural, my verb also changed from singular to plural. If I am talking about two horses, Ashvau, and the moment I say Ashvau, Vibhataha. I don't need to change Jalam. So again there is a relation in subject and verb. And what is that subject and verb relation? It is number relation. Yes, number relation means what? The moment you change the number of the subject, you need to change the number of the verb. The moment you change singular to plural, you change. The moment you change singular to plural, it changes. So there is a relation in subject and verb, and that relation is number relation. Whatever is the number of the subject should be the number of the verb. We have learned it in first semester. Fill in the blanks. Present tense. You know, if tau is given, you will write taha. Dhawataha, gachataha, patataha, whatever. But taha, because tau is given in dual, so you will write taha. So there is a relation, and that relation is of number. Am I right? Yes, everyone understands this much? Everyone is clear about this much?
Yes.
No doubt? Yes. Okay. Write this much. I can't go ahead with everything. Write this much. What I just told you, I'll explain to them in Marathi. There are some students those who need it in Marathi. Till then I'll explain it in Marathi. Till then you can write. Okay? मराठीत परत एकदा सांगते की आपण आता कर्तरी आणि कर्मणी रचना शिकतोय. मुळात त्याला कर्तरी रचनाच का म्हणायचं हा माझा प्रश्न मी उपस्थित केला आता. आता आपण पहिल्यांदा सगळ्यांना 10 वाक्य लिहायला सांगितली. 10 वाक्य लिहून झाल्यानंतर आपण काय पाहिलं की प्रत्येक वाक्यात कर्ता, कर्म आणि क्रियापद आलंय ना. कर्ता प्रथमेत आलाय, कर्म द्वितीयेत आलाय, क्रियापद आलंय. आपल्या प्रत्येक वाक्यातल्या क्रियापद हे कशाप्रमाणे, तर ते कर्त्याप्रमाणे आहे. हे आपण प्रूव्ह करायचं आपल्याला. कस का मी म्हणते म्हणून आहे का नाही, कारण मी जर कर्ता अश्वहा जलम पिबती या वाक्यातला अश्वहा हा कर्ता जर मी बहुवचनात बदलायचा ठरवला तर मला लगेच माझं क्रियापद पण बदलायला लागतं. पिबतीवरून पिबंती करायला लागतं. मी ठरवलं अश्वहाचा अश्वऊ करायचं म्हणजे द्विवचन करायचं, तर लगेच मला पिबती, मी अश्वऊ जलम पिबती म्हणू शकते का, नाही म्हणू शकत. मी अश्वऊ केलं की मला पिबतहाच म्हणलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे आपल्या लक्षात आलं की कर्ता आणि क्रियापद या दोन्हींमध्ये कुठला तरी संबंध आहे. मला कर्ता बदलला की लगेच क्रियापद बदलायला लागतंय, आणि तो जो संबंध आहे त्याला नंबर किंवा मी मराठीतला शब्द वापरते वचन संबंध. म्हणजे जे वचन कर्त्याचं असेल तेच वचन क्रियापदाचं असेल, म्हणजे त्या दोन्हींमध्ये संबंध आहे. कर्त्याचं वचन द्विवचन आणि क्रियापदाचं वचन एक वचन हे कधीच शक्य होणार नाही. मग वाक्य चुकतं आपलं. अश्वऊ इथं द्विवचन वापरलं आणि जलम ह्याच्याऐवजी मी पिबंती काही म्हणलं तर ते वाक्य चुकणारच आहे. म्हणजे दोन्हीमध्ये वचन संबंध आहे. एवढंच मी आता सांगितलं, ह्याच्यापेक्षा काही सांगितलं नाहीये. आपल्याला ते समजून घ्यायचे का कर्तरी, ह्याचं उत्तर सापडण्याचा आपण प्रयत्न करतोय. त्याचा फक्त पहिला पार्ट मी सांगितला की वचन संबंध आहे. इथपर्यंत कळलंय? आता लिहा. ऑनलाईन टॉपिक महत्वाचा आहे. रेकॉर्डिंग सुरू करायचं राहिलं होतं, सॉरी. प्रमोदजींनी जे सुरू केलेलं आहे आत्ता 6 मिनिटापूर्वी. ठीक आहे, पण आपण मेन टॉपिक आत्ता 6 मिनिटापूर्वी सुरू केलाय. बाकी फक्त वाक्य आधी लिहिली गेली होती. सॉरी, मी विसरले पार. पण कुणाला काही डाऊट असतील तर प्लीज विचारा, कारण कर्तरी कर्मणी रचना हा जो विषय एकदा समजला ना, नथिंग लाईक दॅट. संस्कृतमध्ये 3 गोष्टी महत्वाच्या, संधी समास केले पाहिजेत आणि कर्तरी कर्मणी रचना काय असते, कशी वापरली हे समजलं की संस्कृत यायला काही राहत नाही. तुम्ही काहीही त्याच्यात अवगाहन करू शकता. त्यामुळे कोणाला काही जर डाऊट्स असतील ऑनलाईन असणाऱ्यांना पण, कारण ऑनलाईन असल्यामुळे थोडं अजून डाऊट्स येऊ शकतात, तर प्लीज विचारा. What we are trying to do, we are trying to find out the relation of the words in the sentence. Do they have relation to each other, and what type of relation? If yes, what type of relation? So there is number relation between subject and verb. मला बोललेलं ऐकू येत नाही. इथं सायलेंट आहे का? नाही, बरोबर सगळं नाही, सायलेंट आहे. एक मिनिट, सायलेंट आहे, मला नाही ऐकू येत प्रश्न. एकच मिनिट थांबा. स्नेहाला तर काहीतरी विचारायचा प्रयत्न करतात का? आता मला ऐकू येईल तुम्ही बोललेलं. स्नेहाला तर काही प्रश्न आहे का? म्यूट होतो त्यामुळे ऐकू येत नव्हतं. आता मी ऑन केलेलं आहे ऑडिओ. काही विचारायचं होतं का? Okay. So first part, what I said in one sentence, if I have to say that there is a relation of number in the sentence between subject and verb. Only that much I have said. Now, let's take this example, the above example. Balaha phalam khadati. If I say balaha instead of balaha, if I will use plural, balaha khadanti. Can we keep phalam as it is? Balaha phalam khadanti. Or do I need to change phalam? Should I say balaha phalam khadanti, or should I use phalam also in plural, phalani khadanti? हाँ बोला बोला. हो आता येतोय.
बोर्डवर काय लिहिलं शेअर करताना प्लीज.
हो हो. Someone take the photo and send it on the group.
One fruit can be shared by many children.
Yes. If it is watermelon, it can be just one watermelon, and many students, many children can eat one watermelon. So I can say balaha phalam khadanti. No problem in saying balaha phalam khadanti, isn't it? Yes, meaning wise it's no problem. But if I change this phalam to phalani, because they are grapes, one grape all students can't eat. So if I have to say balaha phalani khadanti, the moment I change phalam to phalani, the moment I change phalam to phalani, the sentence becomes wrong or no? No. I can say balaha phalani khadati, or I can say balaha phalani khadanti, or I can say balau phalani khadataha. So even if I put phalam or phale or phalani, the verb doesn't change. Isn't it? Yes. Do I need to change my object according to the subject or verb? So, what we understood, that there is no relation. There is no relation of object and verb. Even if I change my object from singular to dual or dual to plural, the verb doesn't change. Whatever meaning I want to say, one fruit or two fruits or many fruits, I can change my number of object, singular, dual, plural. But that doesn't change my verb. So, just now what we learned, that there is a relation between subject and verb, which is number relation. And there is no relation of object and verb. Got it? There is no relation in object and verb. Is that clear? Is this much clear?
Yes.
Can we go ahead?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead. Now, same sentence. Ashvaha jalam pibati. What we did here, we changed dual, we changed into, plural and dual. Now let me change Ashvaha to first person. So what will be the first person? Immediately I have to write aham. Only one word in first person, no other word is allowed. So aham. The moment I change Ashvaha to aham, that means the moment I change the person from third person to first person, immediately I have to change my verb. Isn't it? Can I say aham jalam pibati? Aham jalam pibati? Wrong. What is correct? Pibami. So again we found that there is a relation in subject and verb, but now it is not number relation. It is which relation? Person relation. So, to summarize what we learned in last 10-15 minutes is that in this sentence which we have already learned, in all these sentences which we have learned, there is a relation in the subject and the verb, and that relation is number relation as well as person relation. Why? Because the moment I change number, I have to change the verb. The moment I change my person, I have to change the verb. We can't keep the same verb for another person or number. That's the reason that there is a relation in subject and verb. And what we additionally learned, that there is no relation of object and verb. Even if I change my object from singular to dual or dual to plural, my verb doesn't change. So there is no relation in object and verb. There is relation in subject and verb, and two types of relation. Which two types of relation? Number and person relation. The moment I change, what did I do now? What did I do? Second person. I change my third person subject to second person subject. The moment I say tvam, I have to change my pibati to pibasi. So again, second to second, third to third, first to first. So there is a relation, person relation as well as number relation. Are you getting? Yes. So what is happening? Please try to understand now very clearly that there is a relation between subject and verb. Subject and verb, there is some relation in them. Then it is called as active voice. Because active, the word active itself has actor in that. The actor, the doer, the subject is important. Active, who is important? Actor, the one who does the action. Doer, actor, subject of the sentence decides the verb. Isn't it? Aham. We'll say, oh, aham. If you remember what I told you in the first semester, if you remember the 9 houses. Do you remember the 9 houses? We started with 9 houses in the first semester. So, aham. Aham is in which house? First house. So, he will not allow others. Yes? Ashvaha, 7th house. Not allow others. Ashvaha, 9th house. So, it's in their houses, they will allow only that. So, that means my subject, these are my subjects. Aham, avam, vayam, tvam, yuvam, yuyam, saha, satat, tau, te, 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 taha, tani are my subjects. And they decide the verbs. We have already learned this, nothing new. What new thing I am telling you today? That all these sentences which we have learned till today are called as active voice. Why? Because our verb is decided by our actor. All of you have written one sentence and everyone has written correctly. If you are using Like Chhatraha, you have used singular, so you have used singular here. No one wrote Chhatraha pustakam pathanti. No one wrote like that. No one has written wrong sentence here. So you know that there is a relation in subject and verb. Everyone knows it. Because there is a relation in subject and verb, it is called as active voice. Is this much clear? You can write it, I'll explain in Marathi. Snehata? मगाशी तुम्हाला काही प्रश्न होता का? मी मराठीत सांगतेय परत एकदा आता की आपण कर्तरी आणि कर्मणी रचना शिकतो, तर त्या कर्तरी रचनाच का म्हणायचं हा पहिला प्रश्न उपस्थित झाला पाहिजे आपला. का म्हणजे टीचर म्हणते म्हणून कर्तरी आणि टीचर म्हणते म्हणून कर्मणी नाही. त्याला काहीतरी कारण आहे. काय कारण आहे? तर कर्त्याप्रमाणे क्रिया, म्हणून ती कर्तरी रचना, कर्ताधारित रचना, कर्त्याशी संबंधित रचना. कर्ता डिसाईड करणार आहे की ती वर्ब काय होणार आहे पुढे, क्रियापद काय असावं हे जेव्हा कर्ता ठरवतो तेव्हा ती कर्तरी रचना. त्यात शब्दातच कर्तरी या शब्दातच ऍक्टिव्ह या शब्दातच तिथं आलेला आहे की तो ऍक्टर, तो कर्ता ठरवतोय की माझं वर्ब काय असणार. म्हणून मी हे 9 घर दाखवली. अहम ठरवतो, अहम इथे ना अहम म्हणतो मग गच्छा विसरायचं, खादा विसरायचं, पिबा विसरायचं, त्याला दुसरी कुठलीही पिबा वा पिबामा वगैरे क्रियापद चालत नाही. म्हणजेच होतंय काय की कर्तरी रचनेत कर्ता महत्वाचा असतो आणि तो क्रियापद ठरवतो, म्हणून त्याला कर्तरी रचना म्हणायचं. टीचर म्हणतात म्हणून कर्तरी रचना म्हणायचं नाही. ज्या ज्या वाक्यांमध्ये म्हणून तुम्हाला कर्त्याप्रमाणे क्रियापद दिसेल, कर्त्याने ठरवले क्रियापद काय वापरायचं दिसेल, ती सगळी कर्तरी रचना. कुठलीही वाक्य, आता आपण खूप सिंपल छोटी छोटी वाक्य घेतली, आता तुम्ही मोठी मोठी वाक्य काढून बघा तुमच्या पुस्तकातली, तुमच्या टेक्स्टमध्ये आलेली, त्याच्यात सुद्धा कर्त्याप्रमाणे क्रियापद आला असेल तर ती कर्तरी रचना. कर्त्यानुसार क्रियापद नसेल तर तुम्हाला बघायला लागेल की काय कर्तरी आहे का नाही. शब्दातच त्या सांगितलेलं आहे कर्तरी रचना कर्त्याप्रमाणे क्रियापद, म्हणजेच कर्ता आणि क्रियापद यांच्यात संबंध असतो. तो कुठल्या प्रकारचा संबंध आहे? 2 संबंध शिकलो आपण. एक संबंध आहे तो पुरुष संबंध आणि दुसरा आहे तो वचन संबंध. तो कसा ते मी करून दाखवलं उदाहरण तुम्हाला. वचन बदललं आपण की लगेच आपल्याला क्रियापद बदलायला लागते, पुरुष बदलला की लगेच आपल्याला क्रियापद बदलायला लागते, म्हणून त्यांच्यात संबंध आहे. आणि तो संबंध 2 प्रकारचा आहे, वचन आणि पुरुष, म्हणून त्याला कर्तरी रचना म्हणायचं. माझ्यामध्ये बहुतेक इथपर्यंत तरी काही अजून आपण पुढे गेलेलो नाही. आपण शिकलेलीच, दिस इज नथिंग न्यू विच वी हॅव लर्न टिल नाउ. व्हॉट एव्हर आय एम टेलिंग इज ऑलरेडी लर्न्ड इन द फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर itself. We have learned it. I am just adding some new terminologies. That these sentences are called as active voice. Why they are called as active voice, that I am explaining today. Nothing new. You have not yet learned anything new till now. I am just making the concepts clear. Whatever is learned, I am just making it clear. I never used active voice word in the first semester. That I am using now. But this all we have learned in first semester. The moment we change our subject from singular to dual, I have to change my verb. So there were exercises given to you. Change the number. Change into singular, change into dual, change into plural was asked in exam also. So you have already done it. You know if it is asked change into dual, you can't change just the subject. The moment you change the subject, you have to change the verb. So you know that there is a relation in subject and verb. We have already done it. Change the person. I had given you, if you remember the first worksheet which was given to you as homework, had the question, change the number, change the person, change into dual, change into first person. We have already done that. If this much clear? No doubt till now? Now. Then we will go ahead, or anyone wants to write? Okay. Now you tell me, in the sentence which is written in front of you, let's take the sentence again, Ashvaha Jadam Pibati. Which case is use of Ashvaha? Nominative. So I'll write number 1 because nominative is first case. So number 1. Which case is used for object? Accusative, so it's always number 2. And when I said that there is a relation between subject and verb, that means Verb is according to the subject, so I will write number 1 again. Because 1 is which one? 1 decides how to go. Yes, so I am writing the number 1, 2, 1. Please remember active voice number. Number of active voices 1, 2, 1. What does that mean? That means my subject will always be in nominative case. My object will always be in accusative case. And my verb always will be according to the subject of the sentence. This is the number of the active voice. Is that clear? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So can I erase whatever is written? Because I want to go to other part now. Now, what I did just now was all learned in the first semester. But now whatever I am going to tell you, this is new. This is second semester passive voice, which we have not yet done. So this is new what I am going to teach hereafter. So, Ashvaha Jalam Pibati, because it is 1 to 1, we have understood that it is an active voice sentence. And now our task to learn in this semester is learn it to change to passive voice. We are learning newly passive voice. That is our task of this semester. So now passive voice means what happens? By passive, we have same questions like active. So now let us try to find out what happens there. So this Ashvaha, which is used in nominative, changes to instrumental. The subject of the passive voice is always used in instrumental case. Okay. Now Ashvaha is nominative. What is instrumental case of Ashvaha? Ashvena. Yes, Ashvena. Because I said that subject is always used in instrumental case. Now what happens with Jalam, which is used in accusative case, always changes to nominative case. No, because Jala is a neuter word. And in neuter word, the forms are same. So we can't see any change. Actually, there is a change. See, what happens? We can't see any change. Why we can't see any change? Because the forms are identical. Jalam, jale, jalani, jalam, jale, jalani. Both nominative and accusative has identical forms. So we can't see the change. But in this sentence, it is used in accusative, and in this sentence, it is used in nominative. Ashvena jalam. Okay? This much is clear? Yes. That my subject will go to instrumental case, my object will go to nominative case. Now we have to be very, very careful about the verb part. In passivization, the most crucial part, the difficult part, where we need to really think and understand is that of please excuse me, I will not take this sentence at the beginning. Pibati has some issue, so I will not take that. I will take the up sentence. Okay? Excuse me for that. I started with Ashvena, but I will change. So let's change Balaha to instrumental. Balena. Palam will not change. Palam will be Palam. Now, coming back to Khadati. What is the root verb in Khadati? We have got Khada. Do you know? Do you remember the class of khada? Is it first, fourth, sixth, tenth, second, third, fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth? 1 pp. Yes, very good. It's 1 pp. Because we are adding a and we are adding t. That means it's pp and it's a added, so it's first pp. Now, in passive, consider all the verbs of 4ap. Consider, they are not of 4ap, but for passivization, for passive, consider that each and every verb is of 4ap. That means, what does that mean? 4ap when I say, what does that mean? We have learned 4ap. Plus ya and atmanepada suffixes. If I write 4ap for each and every verb, I understand that let there be any verb. We have learnt one verb of 4ap. Do you remember mana? Mana 4ap. Do you remember? Yes, mana 4ap. We had written. So what is the form? Manye, manyavahe, manyamahe. Please tell me the next form. We have learned this. Is it not new? Yes, tell me. Manyase. Ne, he, and this we have already learned, so I am writing it again. Manyate,
Yeah.
yes, this is learned. We have learned 4ap. I wrote one example, mana, because all our verbs will look like mana. Because we have to consider all verbs of 4ap. So now, if khada is 4ap, consider 4ap of khada. So what will be the forms in present tense? Khada 4ap. Khadye, khadyamahe, khadyamahe, khadyase, khadyete, khadyate, khadyate, khadyete, khadyante. If khada is 4ap, these will be the forms. Do you all agree? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. If khada is of 4ap, these will be the forms of khada. And in passive, all verbs are considered to be of 4ap. Let it be first 4, 6, 10, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Any class, any parasmaipada or atmanepada doesn't matter. We have to think that it is 4ap. That means we have to add ya and atmanepada suffixes. That's the rule for verb of. You have verb rules in English also. I eat mango, mango is eaten by me. I ate mango, mango was, is, was, were. You learn the rules of English. Same way you have to learn the rules of Sanskrit verb also. Only one rule. What is that rule? The rule is consider that verb to be 4ap. Means add ya and add atmanepada suffixes. That's the only rule in Sanskrit verb. So it's simple than English. In English you have to remember is, or, war, where, was, being eaten and all you remember. You have to remember past participle. Here you don't need to remember anything else. You have to just remember 4ap. That means add here and then add acronymal suffixes. Now, balena phalam. Now, ma'am, you said that we have to use this. So there are 9 forms. Isn't it? Just now you said 9 forms of khada. Can you say them again once again? Now the question is that which form will be used in the sentence? That's the question. Now we have understood that there are 9 forms of khada. Which 9 forms also we know. But which to be used? Who will decide that? Who will decide that among 9 forms? What was happening in active sentence? In active sentence, actor was decision making factor. Actor was deciding which verb we have to go with. But in passive voice, who will decide that?
Option.
Yes, very good. So in passive voice, we have to go by the object, not by the subject. Got it? So now what is the object? Phalam. Phalam is the object. Is phalam I? Is phalam you? No, that means phalam is third person. Isn't it? Phalam is third person. Is phalam singular, dual or plural? Singular. So that means my object in the given sentence is third person singular. So what is third person singular? Manyate. So what will be khada third person singular? Khadyate. So my verb will be balena phalam khadyate. And if we translate it in English, the fruit is being eaten by a boy, by a child. Got it? But there, here in Sanskrit, we did not change the place of the words. It did not become a long sentence. A boy eats fruit. A fruit is being eaten by a boy. So many, 7, 8 words, we don't need. 3 words, 3 words. Why? Because we are just changing the case and the forms. So we don't need any extra word. What we have to remember? Now, the number for active voice was 1 to 1. Why 1 to 1? Tell me why 1 to 1? Why 1? Why 1? Number 1. Why 1? Number 1. Nominative case. Why number 2? Active case. Why number 1? Following the subject. Now, in passive voice, the number is 3, 1, and what will be the number here? 1. Because this will be followed by this. 3, 1, 1. So, active voice number is 1, 2, 1. Passive voice number is 3, 1, 1. Is this clear?
Yes.
5 minutes I will wait. You write all this, then I am going to explain you further. Have you understood how important active and passive voice topic is? I am not explaining everything together. I stop in between, I go ahead. I stop in between, I go ahead. Step by step. Once you understand it, it's very easy. कराटे सांगू पडेल की काम त्याच्यात आहे ना in Sanskrit grammar, my favorite topic, which I like to teach, is active and passive voice. Voice is my favorite topic. So I don't go in hurry. I explain each thing clearly. This is my most favorite topic.
So, ma'am, how long it changes nominative in the
Passive voice. Yes.
So Palam is the subject of passive voice.
Don't say it as a subject. It's not subject. It's object of passive sentence, which is used in nominative case. So what we have learned till today, that subject is always in nominative case. That in bracket, in active voice. In passive voice, it will be in instrumental case. We have learned, whatever we have learned, we are going ahead now.
I want to ask you the subject of passive voice. Is the subject of passive voice sentence?
Passive voice subject is what is subject there? Balena, but which is used in instrumental case. And passive voice object is phalam, which is used in nominative case. It's not subject. It's not subject. Do we say in English like that? The fruit is being eaten by me. The fruit is subject there?
Yeah.
Is it subject?
Yeah.
The fruit is not subject there. By me. Me is subject. Fruit is object, but object becomes important in that subject, in that sentence. It's not subject in English also. In English also we call it as object, but object is important. So we put it in the first place. Don't misunderstand. It's not that we are saying because it is used in nominative, it is subject. No. It is object only, but object is used in nominative. In passive sentence. Now we have to add that active and passive. Today we have never learned active and passive. So what we are saying? Subject is always in nominative case. Subject is always in nominative case. But now today, first time we have learned that subject is in nominative case in active voice and subject is in instrumental case in passive voice, and object is in accusative in active voice, and object is in nominative case in passive voice. Today we have added that. Don't confuse. Subject doesn't change to object. Please. Subject is subject. Who eats fruits? The bala eats fruits. The fruit is eaten by bala. Even if the fruit is coming at the beginning, the action is done by bala. The subject is bala only. In English also and in Sanskrit also. Don't confuse that.
Because only subject can
That's what we have learned till today. That subject is in nominative, subject is in nominative. Please write ahead in active voice, because till today I never told you active and passive. So I just said subject is in nominative, subject is in nominative. But now you have to add that subject is in nominative case in active voice. Object is in nominative case in passive voice. You have added something new. That's what I said. I said at the beginning that this is what we have learned till the first semester. Now I am starting something new. When I started, I said that. So that is something new which we are adding today. Otherwise, 10 sentences which you wrote, active sentences you already learned. And we know subject is in nominative. But today we added that subject is in nominative in active voice. Subject is in instrumental in passive voice. If you have finished, I will explain the further minute details, some more details. Finished? आज भरपूर लिहायला ना लिहितच चालल्यात.
No. Do I understand by myself that only subject can perform action? For example, Balaha can perform action, but Phanam cannot perform action.
Phalam can perform action like phalam patati. There phalam is subject. So you can't say phalam can't perform action. If it is phalam patati, phalam is subject in that sentence, not here. Got it?
In the now sentence,
Every time you have to look at the context.
yeah.
Then you will understand. You can't say this is only subject and this is only object. It's not like that. Phalam patati, phalam is subject. Because fruit falls down. So the falling down agent is fruit and it is subject of the sentence. Phalam patati. Phalani patanti. The moment I say phalani, I have to change patati to patanti. So I am changing my verb according to my subject. So that is the subject and phalam is subject. But in this sentence, phalam is object. Don't confuse. You are unnecessarily confusing yourself and others. Don't look at the sentences in that way. Just try to understand that subject is used in nominative case in active voice. Add that much. In active voice. Add that, which we have learned today. And subject is used in instrumental in passive voice. Object is used in accusative in active voice and object is used in nominative in passive voice. That much you have learned today. So 1, 2, 1 and 3, 1, 1. Clear?
Yes.
I'm going to confuse you, don't worry. You are confusing yourself, but I'm going to confuse you. You don't worry about that. But I will not confuse you at the same time. Step by step. Confusions also should come step by step, not all together. If this is finished, I will go ahead. Okay. Now, let me change something. Suppose this sentence was this. Okay? This is not the sentence. Balaha phalani khadati. Okay, I will change the sentence. Balaha phalani khadati. And I have to change this Balaha phalani, 9th sentence, to passive now. Now I want to change. Earlier we changed Balaha phalam khadati to passive. Now I want to change Balaha phalani khadati to passive. So Balaha will change to Balena, which is already written here. Phalani will change to Actually, we don't see the change, but this is 2, which is changing to 1. And now, we can't say khadyate. We have to change khadyate to, because phalani is 3rd person plural. That means we have to add khadyante. So, balena phalani khadyante. That is the correct sentence. Balaha phalani khadati in active will change to balena phalani khadyante. Everyone wants to write immediately before I finish. Okay, right, then I'll explain what I want to say. So what happened now? What happened now? In passive, when it was phalam, earlier sentence, balena phalam. What was here? Balena phalam khadyate. Was earlier sentence? Balena phalam khadyate. So there is a relationship in object and verb now. The moment I change my object from singular to plural, I have to change my singular verb to plural verb. So now there is a relation in object and verb. Got it? Yes. Earlier we have learned that there is a relation in subject and verb in active voice. But now in passive voice, the relationship is in between object and verb. Which type of relation? Again, same question which we asked earlier. So here also what happened? We have changed the number, isn't it? Here it was balena phalam khadyate. Phalam was in singular, so it was singular. The moment I change phalam to phalani to plural, I change the number. I have to change the singular to plural. Khadyate to khadyante. So there is a relation in number. The relationship in object and verb is that of number. And it's not only of number, it's of person also. But for person, we have to take another example to understand person. Let me take example. Okay, can you see this sentence? In between I have written one sentence. Saha mam tadayati. Do you remember the meaning of it? Saha mam tadayati. If you don't remember, try to check the meaning of the verb. We have already learned it. This is 10th class verb and we have it in our list. We have already learned now almost 100 verbs and it's there, tadatado. What is the meaning of tadatado? If anyone has the meaning?
Right.
Yes. Saha mam tadayati. I'm just doing the action, don't worry. I'll never do it because you have done so much homework. How will I do that? So I'm just showing the action. Saha mam tadayati. Okay? Don't write till I finish now. It's very important. Don't write till I finish. Please, look here. Now this is again a sentence which is in active voice. Everyone understands why it is active voice? Because it's saha is used in 1, mam is used in 2 and tadayati is according to saha because it is third person singular. So I know that this is active voice sentence. Saha mam tadayati. And now I want to change it to passive voice. Now saha will change to Tena. I'll write it here now. I don't want to erase anything, so I'm writing like that. Sorry for that. Saha will change to Tena because we have learned that 1 changes to 3, that means subject changes to instrumental case. Saha is the subject which has changed to instrumental, Tena is instrumental of sa. This much we know. Now what is mam? Mam is accusative case of I, Asmat. So what is, now which case do we want? 2 changes to nominative. So what is nominative? Aham. So Tena Aham. Now, very important part in Sanskrit passive voice is that of verb. Now what is the root verb? Tada is the root word. And what have we learned? That we have to consider it as 4 AP. So what we have to add first? Instead of a year, we have to add year. So tadya. Now our base is tadya because it's 4th class. And now add the suffixes. Now the suffixes are in front of us. These are the suffixes. Yes? We have the suffixes in front of us. But among these suffixes, which one again? In 9 suffixes, which one should go there? Now this will be decided by the object. So what is the object? Aham. And what is aham? First person singular. So tadye. Tena aham tadye. Don't write. Wait. I have not finished. Wait. Saha mam tadayati. He beats me. Tena aham tadye. I am being beaten by him. Exact translation. I am being beaten by him. Exact translation. Because it's aham now, I. And we have to bring it to the first place in English. So I am being beaten by him. In Sanskrit we don't change the place. We just change the cases and the forms. So tena aham tadye. So wait, don't write. Please don't write. I'll give you time to write. Now we have understood that in verb and object there is not only number relation, but there is also person relation. Because the moment I have first person, my verb is also in first person. So to conclude, in active voice there was person and number relation in subject and verb, and in passive voice there is again person and number relation, but in object and verb. So it is called as karmani or passive verb. Now passive we don't understand. Passive means non-active. What is passive? Passive is non-active, means actor, doer is not important. So what becomes important? The object becomes important. So it is passive. But in Sanskrit, the word which was written earlier, karmani, it's erased now. Karmani. The word for passive in Sanskrit is karmani. Karma is object. So the word itself tells us that it is object. Object-oriented sentence, passive. Subject-oriented sentence, active. Is this clear to everyone now? Yes. Now you write. I know you will have many questions, I know that. Because theoretically it's easy to understand, but once we start practicing, there are questions. मी मराठीत परत एकदा सांगते. बरेच लोक आता जॉइन झाले आहेत. Very important topic which I have started today. Lakshmi Kantaji has joined listening to my message, it seems. Okay. Because now you are not getting it to join, means you are not coming for this class nowadays. But today the topic which I have started is very important topic, which is active and passive voice. Why it is active, why it is passive, how to do that, everything I have explained from last 1.5 hours. You can just listen to the recording once again later. 1 hour recording is already done, so you can listen to it later. But this is very important to understand that in active voice, the actor, the karta, the subject decides the verb, and in passive voice, the object decides the verbs. The verb is according to the subject or the verb is according to the object. That's why it is kartari, kartanusaram kriyapadam, karmani, karmanusaram kriyapadam. मराठीत परत एकदा सांगते. कुठून सांगू सांगा मला. हा भाग सांगू फक्त. आपण मगाशी बघितलं की कर्तरी रचनेत कर्त्याचा आणि क्रियापदाचा पुरुष संबंध आणि वचन संबंध होता. कारण पुरुषाप्रमाणे वचनाप्रमाणे क्रियापद बदलत होतं. तसंच आता जेव्हा कर्मणी रचना आपण घेतली तेव्हा बालेन फलम खाद्यते, इथे एक वचन आलं की इथे पण एक वचन आलं, आणि बालेन फलानि खाद्यते मध्ये इथे बहुवचन आलं की इथे बहुवचन आलं. म्हणजे या दोन्हीत परत वचन संबंध आहे जे आपल्याला कळलं. तो कुठे आहे दोन्हीत, म्हणजे आता तो कर्मात आणि क्रियापदात आहे, कर्त्यात नाही. तसंच आता आपल्याला हे कळलं की वचन संबंध आहे, पण पुरुष संबंध सुद्धा मला सांगायचा होता, आणि त्याच्यासाठी मला मध्ये पुरुष असा यायला हवा होता की जो फर्स्ट पर्सन किंवा सेकंड पर्सन, प्रथम पुरुष किंवा द्वितीय पुरुष असेल. म्हणून मी हे वाक्य घेतलं आणि तिथे मी दाखवलं की 6 माम ताडे येते, तो मला मारतो. या वाक्याचं जर मला पॅसिव्ह करायचं असेल, कर्मणी करायचं असेल, तर 6 आपल्या नियमाप्रमाणे 6 झालं ते ना, तर प्रथमेची तृतीय होते. माम हे अहम आवाम वयम माम असं रूप असल्यामुळे तिथे अहम हे झालं प्रथमा, तेन अहम, आणि इथे अहम आल्यामुळे मी या 9 फॉर्म्स मधला कुठला जोडायचा, तर अहम कुठल्या घरात आहे, पहिल्या घरात आहे. मग पहिल्या घरात मन्ये आहे म्हणजे इथे ताड्य येणार, म्हणून तेन अहम ताड्य झालं. म्हणजे आपल्याला आता लक्षात काय आलं की इथे हा पुरुष प्रथम पुरुष आला की इथे मला प्रथम पुरुषच वापरायला लागला म्हणजेच कर्मात आणि क्रियापदात पुरुष संबंध सुद्धा आहे. पुरुष आणि वचन संबंध जसा मगाशी कर्त्यात आणि क्रियापद होतो आता तसाच आता तो कर्मात आणि क्रियापदात आहे. हे उदाहरण वेगळं का घ्यायला लागलं कारण मला मधलं हा जो शब्द आहे तिथे प्रथम किंवा द्वितीय पुरुष येणारं वाक्य हवं होतं म्हणून मला वेगळं वाक्य घ्यावं लागलं. Question? Ask.
In Sanskrit, what's the real meaning of mood and voice?
What is the meaning of
Mood and voice.
voice and
Mood.
mood? Mood is a form of a verb. It can be like imperative mood. How the verb we want to say about it? Is it a request? Is it a suggestion? Is it order? That is mood. How we want to say the verb. But voice is a type of construction. The same sentence we can say in active voice and in passive voice. We can use any tense and mood in the active and passive. YOLO, for only for you I'll tell this. I can even take imperative sentence Balaha gacchatu and I can change it to passive voice Balaha gamyatam, Balena gamyatam. So mood has nothing to do with voice. Mood is totally different. It is a verb type. Verb can be expressed by request. If you want to have request or suggestion or order, then you can use moods, imperative mood, potential mood, conditional mood, etc. But active and passive are the constructions of the sentences, and active and passive can be used in any tense and moods. If you have any doubt, any question, anything you want to ask, anything you want to clarify once again, anything you want me to say once again, please ask right now. It's right time to ask before we go ahead. If you have any doubt anywhere, ma'am, why this, ma'am, why that, why, whatever doubt you have in your mind, please ask it right now. It's right time to ask your doubts. Please tell me the number of active voice. What is the number of active voice?
1 to 1.
Why 1 to 1?
1 to 1.
Why 1 to 1? What? Why that number? Because I said subject is in nominative, object is in accusative, and verb is according to the subject. So 1 to 1. What is the number of passive voice? 311. Why 311? Subject is in instrumental case, object is in nominative case, and verb follows the object. Please remember this much. Whatever we have learned today is that very important thing. 1 to 1 active voice, 311 passive voice. Why 1 to 1 and why 311? We have learned that. Have you finished writing from the board? Whatever you are writing is on your own now. So I'll erase some part of it, not everything, some part of it. Now, the last part which I will teach you today is that of verb. The crucial part in passive sentences is of verb. And we have learned the rule for that. What is the rule for that? The rule is root verb plus ya plus atmanepada suffixes. That's the actual rule. To make it easy, I said 4AP. Actual rule is that root verb plus ya plus atmanepada suffixes. But instead of that, what did I say? That consider each and every verb as if it is 4AP. That is easy way to remember because 4 is ya and AP. So think that each and every verb, all 2000 verbs of Sanskrit are in 4AP. Such a simple thing. You don't need to remember all the forms. All are 4AP. Where? In passive. In passive, all verbs will go to 4AP class. That's the easiest way. But all verbs will not be of that simple type. There will be some irregularities in the verbs. Always. In English also I have told you many times why run is ran and why run ran run again in past participle. Catch, caught, caught or catch, I don't know what it is. Blow, blowed, blown. En is past participle many times, but many times it changes. Cut, 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 put, put, put. So in past participle in English also we remember different forms. Take, took and taken. So there are differences. So like that we have some rules which we need to remember. The rule is simple. It's always ya plus atmanepada suffixes. But in some cases, why did I change this sentence to that sentence? Now you will understand. Because in this pibati, what is the root verb? Pa. Actually, root verb is pa, which changes to pibati. Now, in case of passive, we don't go to pibati. We stick with pa. And the verb ending in a changes to e. So while adding ya and te, this a will change to e. So the form will be piyate. The passive form of papiba in third person singular will be piyate. So what will be other 8 forms? Piye, piyavahe, piyamahe, piyase, piyete, piyatre, piyate, piyete, piyante. Now drink. Drink is the meaning of papiba. Can we drink me and you? No. So I and you, first person and second person object is not possible for papiba. So mostly what we require is third person. Because it will always be fruit, water, fruit juice, tea, coffee. Whatever you drink is always third person and mostly singular. We don't drink too many things at the same time. So mostly we require this te. So I wrote te here, which is commonly used. Why did I write pa? Because someone is drinking me. Very uncommon, not possible. In fable or somewhere you can say someone drinks me, but otherwise no. So I have used te. So better to understand third person singular, which will be mostly required every time. We have just spoken about only the verb which is ending in pa. Ending in, not pa, ending in a. So other verb ending in a, da. What will happen with da? Di, ya, te. Same rule. A changes to e, ya and te. So di, ya, te. Another verb is stha. What will happen with stha? Stiyate. Da, diyate, stha, stiyate, pa, piyate. Any other ya? Yiyate will be, but Ya is never used in passive. I'll tell you later why it is not used. We have to still learn medial passive, so I'll tell you that time. Yes, you can say sna. Second class root, snati otherwise, but it will become sniyate. All verbs ending in a will change to e. Okay? Then, another rule is that now pa doesn't change to piba. Same way, you asked about gama gaccha, no? What is the rule? The rule is written here. Root verb plus ya plus atmanepada suffixes. So what is root verb? Gama gaccha. Gama changes to gaccha while taking the suffixes, but gama is the root verb. So in case of gama, it will be gama plus ya plus te. So what will be the form? Gamyate, not gamayate. There is no a here. Because it's ya, not aya. So gamyate. Because root verb, what we have learned? Root verb gama plus ya plus atmanepada, and I am writing third person singular. So gamyate. What will be nama? Nam plus ya plus te. Namyate. Any other? No. Now, finished. I have not taught you all. There are irregularities, some more irregularities, but I have not taught you all. I don't want you to confuse on the first day itself. There are some more rules. Now, what will happen with 10th class? You tell me. Now, suppose ka, ya, ti. These are verb in active voice. What will happen with kathayati in passive? Think and tell. Kathayate. Now you have to consider it of 10th class or 4th class. The moment you say 4th class, this aya will change to ya. So kathya, and this ti will change to te. Kathyate. So 10th class, pujayati will change to pujate. Puja, ya, te, pujate. Got it? Now, everyone has written. I have not yet erased your 10 sentences. You have those 10 sentences in front of you. Again, everyone has to come now. Your own sentence, which is written in active voice, now you have to change it to passive. So I did not erase. I just used this much part to explain your whole voice. Because now everyone has to come back, and your own sentence, you do it in your notebook first. Think about it, write it, then come and write it on the board. Everyone has to change your own sentence into passive voice now. And we have learned the rules about passive voice now. What are the rules of passive voice? Subject will change to instrumental case, object will change to nominative case, and in case of verb, take root verb, add ya, add atmanepada suffixes. This will be the 9 forms. Which form to be used will be decided by object now. This much we have learned. So apply it in these sentences which you have written. And write your answer. Whoever is ready with the answer, come and write. Everyone has to change your own sentence to passive sentence now. Yes.
Pick the first which one you pick? Yes, the word we can change.
Tell me the verb which you are talking about.
Bahu.
Bahu is not the verb. Who you are talking about?
No.
Who? To become. To become.
Yeah.
Who plus ya plus te. So bhuyate.
Yes.
Not change. Not change. Not change. Who will remain who. Who plus ya plus te. Bhuyate.
chen lại câu của mình.
Okay.
Wrong. She's wrong. You're right. She's wrong. You have to think and write. Okay. Yes, and you do. It's not Maya.
Maya.
Yeah. Maya. Yes. It's not Maya. Now it's correct. Maya buddha namyate. Maya patram likhyate. It's correct. Very good. Chhatrena. No is there because of row. So first step is correct. Padhyate. Correct.
Correct.
तुमचा ना तो तुमचा क्लिअरली झाला तो केल्यासारखं वाटतच नाही तळ तो थोडा क्लिअरली राहायला सुद्धा मी
इथे कुठेतरी असं जातो.
हो तिथे जातो आणि मग प्रॉब्लेम
वरती
असा येतो पाहिजे पण तो नीट करा कारण आता पण पठ्य ले काय वाटत होतं म्हणजे तो इकडे तिकडे नव्हता गेला पण थोडी मोठी केली नव्हती त्याच्यामुळे ले काय असं वाटत होतं. वानरे No? Will it be Vanarena or Vanare? No? No.
Vanarena.
Because of the, now we'll change to no, Vanarena. परत तोच रूल तुमच्यासाठी पण मयूर रे न होईल का मयूरेण होईल र आलेला आहे नचा न होईल की नाही करेक्ट. आता मगाशी आपण हे सेंटेन्स का बाजूला ठेवलं होतं ते कळलं तुम्हाला. सप्तमी आहे ना वने सप्तमी होती ना ती का बदलली तुम्ही ते का ऑब्जेक्ट नव्हतंच वनेच ठेवायचं त्याच्यामुळे मयूरेण वने नाही बदलायचं कारण ते ऑब्जेक्ट नाहीच आहे तो आणि त्यालाच मीडियम पॅसिव्ह भावे म्हणणार आहे आपण ते सेंटेन्स बाजूला ठेवायचं कारण आता तुम्हाला तेवढंच सांगते. जो भावे प्रयोग आहे ज्याला कर्मच नसतं कर्माशिवाय जी वाक्यासाठी कर्मधान असतात त्याचं काय कर्मच नसतं त्यांना काय त्यांचा भावे प्रयोग तो आपण भावे प्रयोग दिला. आपण शिकलो नाही पण तुम्ही उत्तर घेऊ तो मी बाजूला ठेवला होता तेवढ्यासाठी ठेवला होता. तुम्ही त्याची संधी करून डायरेक्ट देवो केलं का पालित देवोचं म्हणून देवो वापरलं. देवा हा पाहिजे ना संस्कृत प्रमाणे करायचं झालं तर देवा हा पण तुम्ही त्याची डायरेक्ट संधी करून टाकली. देवा हा बहुवचन नका करू एकवचन हा देवा हा बरोबर. You have written Falani, you have to write. Yes. Yes. Is it mayam? Is it mayam? Instrumental is? No. I'm not talking about this aham, but it's not mayam, it's aham changes to maya. Instrumental of aham. Yes. Don't write mayam, maya.
नहीं वो मया बुद्ध
मया बुद्धः नम्यते.
मया फर्स्ट पर्सन येईल ना
मया फर्स्ट पर्सन नाही कळलं मला तुमचा प्रश्न नाही कळलं. मया इन्स्ट्रुमेंटल केस आहे, सब्जेक्ट आहे, इन्स्ट्रुमेंटल केस मध्ये गेला आहे.
बुद्धम
बुद्धमचा बुद्धः होणार नॉमिनेटिव्ह
हाँ
आणि नमला य प्लस ते नम्यते कारण बुद्ध थर्ड
oh
पर्सन.
except I everything is third person.
Yes. बुद्ध इज नॉट आय. अहम असतं तर झालं असतं नम्य. सो लेट्स चेक. छात्रेण पुस्तकं पठ्यते. परफेक्ट. अहम पत्रं लिखामि, मया पत्रं लिख्यते. परफेक्ट. सा देवं नमति, तेन देवः नम्यते. परफेक्ट. वानरः वनं, एक्चुअली आई एडेड प्रतिधावति. वानरेण वनं प्रतिधाव्यते. करेक्ट. But there is but. This sentence is actually not a passive sentence. It is medio-passive, which we have not yet learned. Because Vanam is not the object of Dhavati. He runs in the forest or towards the forest. It's not the object. We have to still learn it. But whatever is written is correct. Then Mayurena Vane Nrutyate, he has erased the sentence and written the sentence on that only. This I have specifically boxed it because it is again medio-passive. It's not passive sentence, it's medio-passive. We have to still learn it. But the rules are same, so it's correct. Sarpaha jalam pibati, no answer. It's only Sarpaha jalam pibati, no passive voice. I will tell you, not today, not today. Yes, which was required, I told you. Yes, not all. Yes, Sarpena, will it be Sarpena or Sarpena?
No.
Now will change to na or not?
R आहे त्याच्यामध्ये no.
Because of ra, na will change to na or no? Sarpena jalam piyate. Perfect. Aham viharam gacchami, maya viharaha. Oh. Who has written this sentence? Gamme. Who wrote? You wrote? No. You wrote? Who wrote this? Maya vihara. You wrote? But now, what you have to remember? Our verb is according to the object. An object is not I. Object is vihara. Vihara. Wait. Let me explain her. Wait. Listen. Vihara is object. Vihara is not I. Vihara is not you. Vihara is third person. Vihara is singular. So maya viharaha gamya.
विहारः है का विहार
Gamyate. Viharaha. 2 will change to 1. So it's viharaha. Maya viharaha gamyate. Because vihara is not I and you, not first person and second person. So gamyate. Got it? Gamme only if there is aham here. If aham is object, then gamme. Aham buddham namami, maya buddhaha namyate. Correct? Balaha falani khadati, balena falani khadyante. Correct? Ashvaha jalam pibati, ashvena jalam piyate. Correct? So all 10 sentences are now correct. So you could change active to passive of 10 sentences. Everyone knows now active to passive of 10 sentences.
It's giving him how different between the 4 sentences the end, the seven, Vanam and Viharam.
Because Vanam is a neuter word. Neuter word. And Viharaha is a masculine word. So you see the change only in masculine words. If the words are neuter, the word form, the forms are same.
I mean, why Vanam is not object, but Viharam is object.
Okay, you want to say Gachami and Dhavati, the difference in that. Okay, now Dhavati actually is runs. Yes?
Yeah.
So runs is either runs towards or runs in. Isn't it? So runs towards, then I am using Prati, towards. The word for towards is Prati. So I added that word, if you have seen. I had added that word earlier only. So Vanaraha Vanam Prati Dhavati. Run towards, run to, and this Prati we have learned, if you remember, Prati takes accusative. So even if it is again here, it will not change. Accusative will accusative because it's not object.
So
It's not object there. And yes, it's not object there. And in Gachami, in Sanskrit, to go is object oriented. Where do I go? That place is my object.
object.
Yes. In Sanskrit, all the verbs having the meaning move, go. Where do you go? That place is your object because you achieve that. So that is your object. So here it is object. It is object here. So it is changed to nominative. Here it is not object, so it is not changed. It is not object there. Prati, because of Prati, if you remember in the first semester I have told you, Upapada Vibhakti. Govern, Prati governs accusative, Saha governs instrumental, Namaha governs. Do you remember that? So Prati governs accusative case. So
In this case, Vanam is not object.
not object. Vanam is in accusative because of Prati, not because it is object. Dhavati is intransitive verb. Dhavati, okay. I should not start that today, but I'll just say one sentence. Now you have to understand the transitive verbs and the intransitive verbs. In English, you have transitive and intransitive. Same thing you have in Sanskrit also. What is transitive verb? What is intransitive verb? Now, for example, if I ask, Khadati is transitive or intransitive? I want to know.
Yes.
So, Khadati. I ask the question, what do you eat? I eat cake, I eat whatever. 100 things you can tell. Biscuit, I eat fruits, I eat chocolate. So you have the answer. What do you eat? But what do you run? Dhava is run. What do you run? No answer. It's intransitive verb. There is no object. Or dhavati. Towards you are using, but that is another word which you are using. Vanam prati. So this is not object of the sentence. The accusative is because of prati, not because of dhavati. Because dhavati is intransitive.
If we change Gachami for this sentence,
Vanaraha vanam prati gacchati.
Gacha.
Then again, if you are using vanam prati gacchati, then it is not object. It is because of prati. If you are not using prati, if you are saying Vanaraha vanam gacchati, then it is object because in Sanskrit gacchati is transitive verb.
Transitive verb.
In Sanskrit, to go is transitive, but run is not transitive. Got it? We'll go into all these details in the next class. Okay? So we'll stop here. So today it's Tuesday. We'll see each other after 1 week now. And we have learnt a very important topic called as active and passive voice. So I will send you homework on the group to change the sentences from active to passive. We do not have time right now. I don't want you to be here till 5 o'clock. I want you to take break of 5 minutes. So I will send you the homework today or tomorrow. I'll write the sentence by hand and I'll take the photo and send it to you. Or I'll type whatever I will do. But I'll send the homework to you tomorrow, which we will discuss on Monday. Okay, and the other details, you have to still learn media passive, the other verbs, like she has a question, if the verb is ending in oo or e, what happens? We have not yet learned. So we'll go all the details in the next class, and we have started only with present tense. What happens for past tense, future, imperative, what happens with the verb itself is atmanepada, all that we will learn in the following weeks. So, active and passive voice is a big topic, as I said. We have just started. This is the beginning. We have to go further with all other details. But this is very interesting topic. If you once understand active and passive, your Sanskrit understanding will be much better. But don't try to understand it with English translations. Translations are the worst part in the learning. Try to go for the original text, not with translations. Because English will not give you passive sentence. Yesterday, second sentence was Kalatram Anitam. Yes, you read some sentence, second sentence. Yes, it was in passive, but English translation will be active. Because in English we don't use passive. So don't go by translations. Then you will not understand active passive. You don't understand the real Sanskrit. If you have to understand real Sanskrit, the gist of it, the crust which is there in Sanskrit, why it is used in passive, what does that mean? You have to learn Sanskrit in Sanskrit, not by translations. Yes, translations we do for helping, but try to go to Sanskrit without translations. Okay. See you next Monday. Anyone has doubt who are online? This is really an important topic, and once you understand that, nothing like that. It's Katinam.